Hi, I wanted to briefly review some of the work that we did today in lab and with our demos. So we learned a number of terms today. I just wanted to summarize them. So the first term we learned was momentum. It's written with the letter P, and it is mass times the velocity of an object. The second term that we learned today was impulse. It's written with the letter J, and it is the force times the time. So again, this is called momentum. And this is called impulse. And what we learned today with the little egg throwing demo, if you remember, we had a sheet and then we threw an egg at it. And of course what happened was instead of breaking, the egg kind of rolls down here and it didn't break. Yay! So we had an egg that didn't break. And of course, what we realized was in the case of the sheet, we had a really small force and a really long time to stop. And of course, that was able to stop the egg. In the case where we had the pan, well, let's just say the results were bad. The egg broke. So what we did then is we actually wrote down a math formula to explain all this physics, and what we came up with was something called the impulse momentum theorem, and here's what it says. The impulse momentum theorem says, look at the force that's being applied to an object and multiply it by the time for which that force acts. And that will tell you the change in the momentum of the object. So this is the formula that we learned today. If I'm going to use these blue letters that I used here, what I would write is J equals P final minus P initial. So we call this the momentum impulse theorem, or the impulse momentum theorem. And our whole point in class today was to come up with this formula. What we're going to be doing next time in class is actually learning how to apply this formula to a bunch of different situations and actually solve the kind of problems that you'll see on your exam. So the units of momentum has units of newtons times seconds. So that's good to know. So newtons times seconds is the units. And we'll basically be doing a few problems next time. And on your Google Docs, next to this video, I'm going to have you do some very basic momentum calculations that if you're a little stuck on, don't worry about it. We'll show you how to do those in class in case they're not clear, but I do want to see an attempt. And so you can do that now.